friends. So I just washed my hair and I put some of that rosemary essential oil in. So I want to see how that works. So I'll let you know. See if it stops some hair fallout. So I wanted to talk to you today about some things that I've decided that I'm no longer going to do to save money. And you say, what? But anyway, I've come to the conclusion that there are some things that as you get older, if you want to continue to enjoy them, sometimes you have to spend a little. So anyway, one of the things that I'm no longer going to do to save money is stock up on produce. I've found that whenever I do that, and I have a beautiful refrigerator full of vegetables, it stresses me out. And the reason it stresses me out is because I have to do something with them because they have a shelf life. So I've decided I'm not stocking up on fresh produce anymore, even if it's on sale, especially things like lettuce, anything that really goes bad quickly, because first of all, I can't eat that much, and secondly, I don't want to throw it away. And even if it's things that I can put in the freezer, my freezers are always so full that I can never find anything in there. So I've decided that's not really a frugal thing for me to do. If you have a family and you go through this stuff quickly, yes, then that's wonderful. But for me, it would almost be better to buy some frozen vegetables every now and then and forget about the fresh produce all the time, because even if I make a soup out of it, it makes so much soup that, again, I have no room in the freezer because it's all full of things that I've stocked up on. So I'm trying to cut back on freezer storage and buy more things that are shelf stable. By that I don't mean prepared products. I mean beans and rice and Vital Wheat gluten, things that I can make vegetarian and vegan proteins out of and not have quite so much fresh produce. So that's the first thing. The second thing I'm no longer going to stock up on is beauty products, because even if you buy like lipsticks and you buy a color that you really like because you think that they may discontinue the color or whatever, what happens is it does go stale, and even if you've never used it, you end up throwing it away because the lipstick is funky, it gets a funky taste to it, it gets waxy, nail polishes get thick, you can't use those anymore. Facial creams, they separate and they go bad. Everything there has a shelf life too, so I'm no longer going to stock up on those things, even if they are on sale, because what happens is a lot of times you buy them and they end up going bad and they go in the garbage. So I don't think that's a good idea either. Another thing I'm not going to do to save money anymore is to try and bathe and trim my dogs. I just can't do it anymore, and first of all, the little dog I can bathe. She only weighs like 12 pounds, but I can't trim her because she's a little bit nervous and she won't sit still. So for me, it's well worth the money to just take her and have her trimmed. When I was younger, I used to trim my Allie. She was a little schnoodle, and I used to trim her myself all the time. I'd bathe her myself, and she was an easy dog to do, but Lizzie is a little bit nervous, so I'm better off taking her to a groomer every 2 or 3 months and spending the money, getting her nails trimmed so that she's in good shape. And Bandit, he's about 40 pounds. I just can't lift him into the tub anymore. So, and I'm better off having him trimmed because once his hair gets really long, I just have so much hair all over the house. He sheds a lot, even though he's half poodle. He didn't get that from his daddy, I think was the poodle. So he does shed a lot. So I find that if I keep him trimmed and bathed, he doesn't shed as much. And Chloe, she has short hair, and she's about 60 pounds, 55 pounds, and she's just too much for me to handle in a tub. I can't hold on to her and bathe her. So for me, it's well worth it to have them bathed and trimmed and taken care of. Another thing I'm no longer going to do to save money is do all my yard work myself. For me, it's worth it to have a little crew come in and do cleanup in the fall and just to put the gardens to bed. It's worth it to spend the extra money because that's another thing I don't want to give up and I enjoy, but I find it harder and harder to do it myself. So that to me is money well spent. So I'm no longer going to do all that by myself, but I'm going to hire somebody. Another thing that I don't want to do anymore to save money is to have my carpets and my sofas steam cleaned. That's another thing I've always done myself, and that was fine when I was younger, but now I find that I just can't do that anymore. So that's another thing that I will hire somebody to do and help me out because it cuts down on stress for me because I don't really like when my house is dirty. But when you're a little bit, when you can't do these things anymore, then sometimes you just need the help. So anyway, that's another thing I'm not going to do anymore to save money. So having said all and mentioned all these things now, and living on a low income, because I'm on a fixed income and it's not going to get any more than what it is, so I will cut corners on other things. And it's a pick and choose type of thing. And these are things to me that I still enjoy, I still like doing, but I can't do it myself anymore because it just takes me too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a little fund, and every month I'm going to put in some money in that fund, and I'm going to use that money to hire some people to help me. So let me know what you think about this plan. Do you have to hire some people to help you? Or are you still able to do all these things yourself? As you're getting older, what is your plan and what do you do? Anyway, I'm going to continue to save money and to be frugal wherever I can. Another thing I'm not going to do anymore, and I've cut way back on, is impulse buying, because I don't want any more things to take care of. I don't want to dust any more things. I don't want to move any more things around. I have enough of everything that I need, so that's my plan. And let me know what you guys do to save money. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. You have to excuse my hairdo, but my hair is still wet. And I just had to go sit down and put my feet up because all those blinds back there, I had to clean those today. They were just layered with dust and I couldn't stand it anymore. So, but climbing up and down the ladder, because I have high ceilings, I have the 10-foot ceilings, and I'm short, so I have to stand on a ladder to clean all those. and I had to do them all, and I hate cleaning blinds anyway, but anyway, I got it done. So that's still something I can do myself, but it took me just half a day to get them done. That's why, I can't get all this done all at once. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm wishing you abundant blessings. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.